Hello again. Welcome back to How to Look Great in Pictures. I'm Ashley Brockington from Losing It with Sam and Ash and leader of Team Thrive. Today we're going to talk about the light, bright, white rule. Why you want to think about this rule when taking pictures. Okay, so basically what this rule means is that pictures that are light, bright, or have lights of white in them are going to draw the eye more. And this does not mean that you can't take dark or moody or artistic pictures. This just means if you are using social media to share a message, maybe you're using it to show your product, maybe you're just, you want to just be a more effective person. And it doesn't have to be that you have a business online. It could be that you are advocating for something that you're passionate about. And that could be absolutely anything. Something that I am passionate about and love to advocate for, even though I do not get paid a dime for it and never will, is adoption. And so let's say that was what I really wanted people to hear about my heart, or maybe it's about something you do with your kids, or you're earth friendly, or you're all about public transportation, or something political. Whatever it is, your message is going to be heard and read if your image first grabs their attention. And light, bright, and white is going to grab the attention more. So I'm going to try to just show you some examples of what I mean so that you can see why it would work. Okay, so let's just look at some of these followers here, right? So now I'm going to tell you this. Usually how the eye goes is from the top left. It's like you're reading, it goes top left, and then it goes down through the middle to the right. This is how your eye would naturally go. So this is when you're writing, or doing ads, something like that. You're usually going to focus around here, and then you're going to take them here. Like usually your eye is not going to go this way first. So usually this is like where the big information, the big bold graphics, and then the fine print would be somewhere, down here. So yeah, maybe your eye goes here a little bit because it naturally does, but you're going to see, where does your eye really want to go? It wants to go right here. Okay, for one, because you've got bright and lots of white, okay? So lots of contrast, lots of white and lots of bright. Where does your eye not want to go? My eye does not want to go here. It's kind of light, but it's not bright. There's not a lot of contrast. My eye does not want to go here, even though there's some good contrast. My eye does not want to go here. It's kind of muted out. Now, if I had a whole page and all my images looked like this, it would be beautiful. These are pretty colors. You can pick a color palette. So that's something else. It's really effective to pick a color palette. My eye doesn't go here and it doesn't go here because these just kind of all blend together. Honestly, it doesn't go here as much. It goes here, 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 here. This is lots of brightness. It kind of goes here. It doesn't go here a lot. Even these blank spaces, it kind of goes to. We scroll down again, let's see. My eye goes here. It's very bright and clean. My eye goes kind of to this area. It's a little bit brighter. My eye doesn't really go here. This is a little bit brighter. I see your pop of lipstick. It really doesn't go here or here or here. It doesn't really go here or here a lot. Here it doesn't go to, even though this is a cool picture, just not as much where my eye is going. See about these. It goes here a lot because there's a big bright light space here too. It's a clean lighting picture. Here and here because they're lighter, here and then here because we've got bright and light. Definitely doesn't go here. I don't know if it goes here kind of because it's a little bit lighter even though it's toned. You can go to Pinterest is another place to kind of pick up on this. And you can also see where simplicity is really important. And we talked about that in the simplifying your background. It's also just simplifying all of the surroundings. Like right here kind of makes my head hurt, busy. This is where my eye wants to go. Lots of light and bright, lots of bright, light. It doesn't want to go here as much. This is kind of busy, so it doesn't want to go there because of that. Bright, even though this is messy, my eyes go here. So a lot of my boards, a lot of what shows up on my Pinterest is just going to be like that because it's what I pin. So most of what's showing up on here, this is not a little bit bright, but it's kind of muted. It's not. Most of what I have is those color tones because that's what I pin. Let's go to this person. Oh, private. Let's go to this person. Man, everybody's private. Let's see. Cat person. Okay. All right, she's got a really cool Instagram, actually. Lots of light and white. You can see, even though it's kind of muted, she's got lots of that. Now, this is an amazing picture. So these ones that are a little bit darker, they're still well lit and really, really pretty, and they definitely have a voice. So you can see that she's got kind of tones, the same colors going on, and that works really, really well, black and white. Like this one, it's bright, but it almost, when we're talking about in a series, this gets your eye, but it almost seems out of place, right? Because of the other ones. So this is an extremely effective Instagram because it's mostly black and white with just a little bit of faded toning. Really nice. Now her cat, I have no idea who she is because of the cat. Okay, lots of bright on here. So this is a good example right here. Okay, so bright, lots of white. My eye goes right here, right away. This looks cool, but my eye doesn't go here as much. This is great, but my eye doesn't go here as much because there's darker elements. Definitely right here. This is kind of what I'm trying to talk about. I'm actually hitting some really good Instagrams, and so they're not good, bad examples. But this is what I see a lot on Facebook, and it's, you know, like this is not going to do well. Like your message isn't going to be received. People are going to scroll past this. The rest of this, so good, so bright, so white, so light. It's definitely, you're not going to scroll past it. Let's see if we can find one that we would scroll past. A lot of people have some really good Instagram, but you can see like, okay, so things like this, people post these types of pictures all the time, and they're just kind of darker and muted, so they're not going to catch your eye. A lot of these are great, really well lit. This one, you can see it's not as well lit, and it's all kind of like just dark, overall darkness. Same thing with that. There's not like any brightness or lightness to it. And like I'm saying, people are doing, these are some great Instagrams. I was hoping I would find some not so great ones. Let's see. Once again, lots of bright, lots of light, lots of bright. This one's a little darker. I mean, we all take these. It is okay, this one. But kind of like what's worth thinking is, why am I posting this, you know? If you are going to post a picture that, like, why am I going to post this picture of my cat? Why? It's not particularly well lit. There's a busy background. You know what I mean? Like, why am I going to post that? What is that going to say about me? So you need to realize that these social media platforms, you can either look at them as a storage center for all your pictures, or you can look at them as a sharing place where you share your life. Life casting, that would be Facebook. Instagram is a little bit of life casting behind the scenes of your life, and then also inspiration, aspiration, dream casting. So if that's the case, that you're trying to share yourself, your life and your dreams, you need to have a purpose to what you're sharing. So there needs to either be great pictures or a great message. And if there's a great message, then we want to have a good picture with it. So that's, you know, that's why these things matters, because your life matters and your message matters, and you have a story, and other people need to hear your story, and it's worth being told. So, you know, that's why it matters to try to do a little bit better at upping your photo quality, feeling more confident in photos, is because you have a voice that is worth hearing. And the more confident you get about being in front of the camera, being, you know, maybe on social media, the more of a world changer you're going to be, the more of a life changer you're going to be. So I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, let me know. If you're ready to peace out, no problem. But I will show you one more thing. It kind of goes with the light, bright white, but it is how you can also use toning and overall toning to kind of go with the same type of thing. Now these images, because they're toned this way, they don't grab my eye as much. The quality is impeccable, so that will grab my eye, that the quality is impeccable. But alone, because they're a little bit more muted, they won't, this, you know, if this is like right, just going, you're scrolling and it's all mixed in, you might scroll past it just because it's not catching your retinas. However, as a whole, it works amazingly. So you also need to decide like which platform are you using on, and if it's on Instagram, you definitely want people to look at things as a whole. So this is kind of the exception, is if you're going to you're going to have a look, a brand, a tone. That's totally, totally cool. Just make it consistent. And you really, more than anything, you just want to avoid those dim, dark, inside pictures of you and your friends in a restaurant, your kids like far away on stage in a play. Because like when it comes down to it, I do it too. When it comes down to it, it's like, if they're really on stage far away in a play, is that showing anything? Maybe it would be more worth it to either get closer or to take a picture later in better light, or maybe that was where you would maybe take a picture and do like a collage where you added some brighter elements. And that was part of the collage, because you want to tell your story. Once again, this is important. Your life casting, you want to be able to tell why it was adorable, not just have people scroll past it and be like, okay, yeah, sure, her kid is somewhere on that stage. So I will see you tomorrow.